Time now for our rants and raves. Well, let's rate those too. All right, starting with you, Dan.
I have a rant for Sean Hannity of Fox News. CNN had an exclusive report that moved last night that last October, on the set of his show, Sean Hannity pointed a gun at Juan Williams, even to the point of the red laser dot appearing
After
on...
the show.
After the show. It was not on the air, appearing on Juan Williams. Now, Hannity says it was no big deal. Juan Williams says it was no big deal. But CNN has 3 sources that say Juan Williams was pretty shook up at the time. We don't know whether any action was taken against Sean Hannity. It certainly should have been.
Sounds like not. They sent him to HR.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
We'll give you a slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
And what's Juan Williams going to say? He's got $25 million coming from Fox, just saying.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. Is it $25 million?
$25 million package deal after he had the big blow up with
$25
NPR.
million?
$25 million.
That's a lot of money.
Hello.
It's not worth
Hello.
it.
Yes,
All right.
that is correct. Yeah.
Callie, what do you got?
All right, I am raving. Rashida Jones, who was a news director at WIS in South Carolina. It's a pretty small market. She's been at MSNBC since 2013. She's now been up to the senior VP of specials for the combined NBC News and MSNBC. Much raving about her. She's going to follow Mark Lenkowitz, I can never pronounce his name, who has been at NBC for 16 years and before that was at ABC News for 13 years. Let me point out, in that position, I assume she would be making decisions about where Megyn Kelly's new shows are going to land, because that's what she would do. So I'm raving the fact that another woman, certainly...
What happened to Megyn Kelly? No.
Yeah, she's coming back. This has gotten a bump upstairs, a big bump. We'll see what happens here, but it looks like she would be the bottom line with the Megyn Kelly, because she's supposed to have specials.
Andy Lack isn't going to do that?
Well, I'm sure, but she's the senior VP of specials for the combined NBC News and MSNBC. Let's see.
Let's see.
Yeah.
If he gives her that authority. All right, Tom.
I just wanted to give a rave for the New York Times podcast now called The Daily by Michael Barbaro. He was a political reporter, in fact, covered a lot of these campaigns. It is really wonderfully done. It's as if you wanted to sit down and have coffee with a reporter who has just done the biggest story of yesterday, and hear the story behind the story from that reporter. Very personal, very casual, very comfortable.
So he does a
very
debrief
thoughtful.
with the reporter?
He does a debrief with the reporter. It runs for 20 minutes every morning, posted at 6 a.m. Great way to do your morning workout, too. And it's just such a friendly and chatty, it's just well done, called The Daily.
So he must do the actual interview the night before.
He apparently does. He apparently does. Yeah, sometimes there's only a few hours separating what the reporter has done, like the night of the State of the Union, to being on the air that next morning. But
that's a lot of work.
It's nice.
Well, it's got to be better than those videos they used to do with the people.
Horrible.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Well, that's what happens when a newspaper thinks it's in the video
Oh, my
business.
God. And you would be falling asleep on watching that stuff on the plane. Horrible.
Well, I would encourage you to try this on the podcast.
All right.
Okay, Lila.
I have a very practical rave for the Washington Post graphics team, who put out this wonderful package of information yesterday about the President Trump's budget blueprint. Presented a lot of really complex information in a very easy to digest way that worked on multiple platforms. And I'm a bit of a data nerd. I love things like this. It was really easy to go through all this extremely complicated stuff and see not just how it could affect you, but why it really matters in the long run. I just thought that was great.
I was going to, actually, I'm still going to do it. I'm going to do a rant one week for all these incomprehensible graphics, like the one that National Grid put out this week about the power outages. Frankly, that thing that you posted about the polarization of America.
Oh, I love that graphic.
Yeah.
Impossible.
No, it was excellent.
Oh,
and the little
my God.
concentric
It
circles.
Joke.
It showed you that there was a lot of math.
We'll be the judge. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put up
This one's a good one. Start
All
with
right,
this one.
that's a good one. All right, so I have a rave tonight, finally, for Amy Krauss Rosenthal, which is a writer I had not heard of before she penned this piece for the New York Times, saying you may want to marry my husband. She's a children's book author, age 51, died this week, but penned this piece 10 days before she died, which is a really touching tribute to her husband, among other things. It's extremely well written. It's thoughtful. It's just so sweet. She's only 51 years old, I think, and it really went viral for the right reason because it was so lovely and touching, and people were thinking, yeah, you know. And also, it's an affirmation that there are a lot of good guys out there.
Yeah.
And no, really, I mean that. It's like
Yeah,
sometimes
that's
all you
right.
hear is the negative about men.
Yeah.